talk lots about the bodhicitta, just a word, especially me. I'm like a parrot, repeating the word bodhicitta, bodhicitta, even I haven't really realized it. But I'm very inspired or aspire to have that profound state of heart. It's no longer the mind, it's heart. It's like a part of you. Then you become the bodhicitta. Then everything, whatever I do, become a part of expression of bodhicitta, like a river moving toward the bank account of enlightenment. Without that, just mere good karma, accumulating good karma, then ripen the temporary result, maybe a little bit of comfortable conditions. But as a good Mahayana practitioners, we are not aiming for that. We are not no longer concerned temporary happiness, like a dew on a piece of grass in the morning, just ripen, then disappear. But what we want to is that we put whatever we do onto this big, huge ocean of bank account, which is the substantial cause for awakening. It's good to review again and again. All these are built on, right? And always come back, come back, come back. I just give you my personal experience of this stages of the path to awakening. When I was younger, I was so inspired. Okay, so if I nail this shamatha, you know, one single pointed concentration, and use that to penetrate the emptiness, reality, then everything will be solved. My suffering's gone, my family's suffering gone, everything. So I'm gonna save all being. This kind of, young girl or young boy have this idea, right? Strong kind of inspiration. Then I started on this. I mean, before that, I'm grown up by Buddhist environment, but that was the kind of beginning of my own personal journey. Then come to this bodhicitta part, because I haven't really meditated on a kind of first scope, second scope, medium scope, jump off the cliff, renunciation, and so forth. I haven't really worked on that. I really hadn't meditated on the suffering, this depth of suffering each of us, or all beings experiencing. Kind of skip that word. Then this bodhicitta was not really genuinely arising. First, I didn't know why. Then I started to study with my teacher this first part, step by step. Then, first I was reading the Lamrim Chenmo, Great Exposition of the Past Awakening by Lama Tsongkhapa. That's the first text I read with my teacher, word by word. Then what is the description of the hell realms? Have you read the description of the hell realm in Buddhist scripture? Anyway, very detailed. And then I wasn't sure why this, because I couldn't relate much, but so vivid. Then after I studied many years, read about, I wasn't sure what's the point of this, then came to this great scope, which I really aspire. Then I understood why we had to meditate on the suffering of hell realm, suffering of miserable realm, suffering that the entire human, not only human, all the sentient beings are doomed to face. Buddha said, I will teach only two things, suffering and antidote to suffering, method to remove suffering. The entire teaching, his teaching is geared toward showing the antidote or method to remove the suffering. Suffering includes many things, of course, mental suffering, physical suffering. and this innately humans and all sentient being possesses. Sometimes when we read the Buddhist teaching, even in this Ramrim teaching, we came to this kind of stumbling blocks. What's this mean? I cannot relate. Or why Buddha's teaching hell realms or suffering so much, emphasizing to realize the suffering nature of samsara, so forth. That's one thing. Those 6 realms are, especially for Westerners, difficult to relate. Then just psychologize. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, good. Maybe that's the first step. It's good to relate to one's own personal experience. And another thing is the guru thing, guru business. We cannot relate. So then psychologize or, this is a guru, guru is within me or whatever. Then keep the kind of past that difficult part of descriptions. Try to rationalize the Buddhist teaching, whatever we did or so far we came. I'm sure you have some idea, certain concept or certain teachings you might find it difficult. Buddhism is not a blind belief. For example, karmic cause and effect. It's difficult, like from our rational mind. Buddha said only Buddha can realize really dependency or cause and effect, how they correlate. But without denying it, just live as a Buddha's awakened mind's description. Just gently hold it. Then through our own personal experience, and also if that helps, that Buddha's teaching helps, then that's a Buddha's skillful means. I don't know whether I'm conveying my intention to you or not. For example, today we go into this viewing or recognizing all sentient beings are our mother. What that means, mother. We cannot see that, political figure which I hate. Can say not. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to think that way. However, as I said, what Buddha taught is the skillful means to remove the suffering. No other intentions. Of course, Buddha taught the countless lifetimes. We are here, lifetimes after lifetimes. Since the beginningless of time, that expression. There's no beginning, no Big Bang or something. No, in the Buddhist idea, there's no beginning. We have a take reverse, life after life, countless of time. And also I was talking about the continuation of the consciousness from Buddhist logic can prove it. We cannot see ourselves, but we can prove it. Those things are, again, although we cannot 100% convinced, but see if we have some kind of trust in the teaching in our being's words, and also the master's realization accord with that Buddha's teaching. Then there's a kind of our Western idea. Okay, if we have a countless lifetime, then he had been my enemy. He killed me so many times, or something, kind of what you call devil's advocate. But then, which one helps? Whether I perceive this person, I owe him. He helped me tremendously, life after life. Or he hated me, he killed me, he tortured me countless times. Which ones would you choose? If there are those two choices, then Buddha saying, they consider all beings as kind as your current mother. When you go onto the marketplace, you see all the living beings. Some looks friendly, some are very mean face, or some are kind, some are stranger, nothing to do with you, very different. But if we start practicing, which we gonna practice today, then started to change, something change, shift in you. All beings started to feel. This expression in Tibetan called Yonki Chamba means heartwarming love toward every being, not only human being, like every ants or, birds. See if we can have this. This is a state of heart, heartwarming love. Without that, forget about talking about the bodhicitta. No bodhicitta. And also forget about this immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, which Mahayana is talking about, based on the equality, based on this even ground. That is the basis, without any bias.
So the mother thing.
Mhm.
All mothers are not kind.
Yeah,
They are the reason we're here. I mean, I am grateful for mother, but I also know that not all mothers
mhm.
are kind and giving and there for their children.
Yeah, I'm not denying that. That's why I kind of pre-onboard before we start talking about this in the West. That actually I expected that sort of comment. But your first statement, you said, "I understand mother is what did you say? Gave you body or yeah, part
Mother
of
is the reason I'm here.
yeah, that part. Then period. Stop there. So there are two statements, as you said, two kind of a positive one and a negative one. You can say behaved very badly, not kind, and so forth. Blah blah blah. You can list up more bad part of it. But then I was talking about the Buddha taught the antidote to remove suffering. Okay, this is the antidote. Which one would you choose? Antidote is viewing mother who are kind or who gave you body. Then bring it up this heartwarming love. That's the intention, right? If you view mother as a misbehaved, not kind, and doesn't help you, doesn't help us on this journey, doesn't become a part of removing the suffering. So that's the thing. We have to make choice. We are not negating that, but we are not concerned about the bad behavior of the mother. That makes sense. I know it's might difficult. Then again, so that you are challenged, but then how you view Buddha's teaching.